South Sudan and Ethiopia agreed to conduct a feasibility studies on Fangak-Mathiang-Mewut-Paloj Road. Regional Food Safety Harmonization meeting opens in Juba. Good afternoon and welcome to SSBC News, coming to you live from Juba. My name is Jacqueline Perino. We begin our news for this afternoon at Juba International Airport, where President Salva Kiir led state honors for the late Bona Malwal, who passed away 2 weeks ago at the age of 97. President Kiir continues to describe the late Malwal as an elder statesman whose legacy spans in generations. In a media statement, Presidential Affairs Minister Africano Mande stresses that the president acknowledged Bona Malwal's significant contributions to the liberation struggle that led to South Sudan's independence in 2011. The late elder Bona Malwal's body has been flown to his home area of Molbang Boma in Ajakwaj Payam of Twitch County of Warab State, where he will be laid to rest.
Indeed, it is a very sad day, and we just want to say that on behalf of the presidency, we wish the family best wishes and our condolences to, as per the communication of His Excellency the President. And we believe that our Uncle Bona Malwal has actually lived this time. He has actually served this country to the best of his ability. So we very much appreciate that, and at the same time, we are very sad that today, on this date of the 18th and the month of November in the year of 2025, that we are bidding farewell.
Away from that, the SPLM chairperson, President Salva Kiir Mayardit, has directed senior party leaders to spearhead unity and reconnect with the grassroots ahead of the 2026 general elections. The president made the directives during the swearing-in of the party's new first deputy chairman, Dr. James Wani-Iga, and Secretary General, Dr. Akol Paul Korid. Priska Akol files this story for us.
Clad in bright red party t-shirts, hundreds of SPLM members and supporters streamed into the SPLM house in Juba on Tuesday, gathering to witness the inauguration of two top party leaders, First Deputy Chairman Dr. James Wani-Iga and the newly appointed Secretary General Dr. Akol Paul Korit. At the podium, President Salva Kiir reminded the gathering that the road to the 2026 polls requires a united, revitalized party, one capable of reconnecting with citizens at the grassroots. President Kiir urged the new leadership to pursue a renewed popular mandate, just as the SPLM did during the 2010 elections, by restoring confidence through equitable service delivery and recommitting to what he called the founding principles of the mother party.
This is a major assignment, and I'm urging you to take it seriously. I am directing you to unify the party members, and prepare for general elections in December 2026. The SPLM held elections in 2010 and we won a popular mandate from the people of South Sudan. I want the SPLM to prepare to secure another mandate from the people. I am affirming our position is that we are for elections. We want our people to elect their leaders, their comrades. I want us to unite and work together. The SPLM is the party that brought us the CBA and our independence. I want members of the political bureau and the National Liberation Council to mobilize their constituencies for a peaceful and stable election. We must be committed to values of SPLM so we build a prosperous nation.
For his part, First Deputy Chairman Dr. James Wani-Iga assured members that the party leadership remains firmly focused on refining its strategies and ensuring organizational discipline.
Our immediate mandatory function is to pay the long-delayed civil servants' salaries, along the delivery of the dire services to our citizens. Here, we must leave no stone unturned there. For the country to take off economically, the cabinet and the parliament policies ought to be a derivative of and influenced by the SPLM refined strategies. Since we are the ruling party, I am committed to advancing policies that promote economic diversification, agricultural development, and sustainable growth.
Taking up his new role as the Secretary General, Dr. Akol Paul Kodit pledged to strengthen the SPLM internal structures and deepen democratic practices within the party. In his inaugural address, Akol said the ongoing reforms mark a movement of renewed spirit, revival and unity within the SPLM, adding that the changes will help the party realize its mission and vision.
Comrade Chairman, I wholeheartedly welcome and accept this call to serve our country and our party at this critical time in our history. So, Comrade Chairman, there's a new spirit in the movement, a new spirit of revival, a new spirit of unity in the SPLM, and we are going to take it up from there. We're not going to stop again. We will leave here victorious, revive, strengthen, standing tall as we defeat the force of darkness. We shall again rise as SPLM to unite this country.
President Kiir also issued a direct call to action, urging SPLM leaders and cadres to mobilize supporters in every constituency and to uphold SPLM as people-centered party capable of achieving its historic objectives. The ceremony reflects a renewed drive to re-energize the party political base, promote inclusivity, and ensure SPLM maintains a central role in shaping South Sudan's democratic future. Priska Akol, SSBC News, Juba.
In a bid to enhance accountability by removing the ghost names in the government payrolls, Vice President for Service Cluster, Josephine Joseph Lago, has presided over the launch of the National Public Hand Count and Biometric Registration Exercise. SSBC's Ariel Ring Arop reports.
Vice President for Service Cluster Josephine Joseph Lago has officially launched the National Public Headcount and Biometric Registration Exercise at the Ministry of Public Service and Human Resources Development. The initiative marks a significant milestone in the government's ongoing effort to strengthen public service management and clean the national payroll by identifying ghost names, improving accountability, and ensuring effective development of staff across all institutions.
We want to create a system that will benefit all of our civil servants across the country. We want to create a system that will be sustainable, a system that, we as a country and as a government will be proud of, a system that the next generation will applaud the current generation. So through this process, we aim to establish a credible and verifiable database of all public servants, ensuring that only those who genuinely serve the government are on the payroll.
The Minister of Public Service and Human Resources Development, Dr. Bishop, reaffirmed the ministry's commitment to implementing comprehensive civil service reform.
This important national exercise will be implemented in phases, beginning with 5 piloting sites of Minister of Presidential Affairs, the Minister of Cabinet Affairs, the Minister of Public Service and Human Resource Development, the Minister of Finance and Planning, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation.
The Minister of Labour, James Othmai, highlighted the persistent challenges in managing the payroll and expressed confidence that the new system will help resolving long-standing issues.
And we need you really to have ethic of work, to have integrity, treat everybody the same. Because I know this one will come out. Now we are working on promotion, and then new people will come. Our children are still unemployed because there is no place in the civil service.
Which is legislatures are given a public servant, and especially what you complain about, advanced administration.
The Presidential Advisor on National Security Affairs, Tut Galwa, convened a constructive discussion with the Sudanese ambassador to South Sudan, Isamuddin Mohammed Hassan, on bolstering economic, security and political ties between Juba and Khartoum. The Sudanese ambassador Isamuddin Mohammed said he briefed the security advisor on latest political, social and security developments in the Sudan. The security advisor assured the Sudanese diplomat of the commitment of the government of South Sudan to collaborations aimed at boosting regional peace and stability.
التقيت في هذا اليوم بالسيد المستشار توت جولواك لمناقشة تطور العلاقات الثنائية بين السودان وجمهورية جنوب السودان، وناقشنا كثير من الملفات التي تقوي وتعضد العلاقات الثنائية بين البلدين، وأديناه تنوير كامل عن ما يجري من الأحداث السياسية والعسكرية في السودان، وبدينا له استعدادنا الكامل للتعاون الوثيق بين السودان وجمهورية جنوب السودان لتقوية وتطوير العلاقات في كل المجالات السياسية والاقتصادية والأمنية. وسوف تشهد العلاقات الثنائية بين الدولتين في مستقبل الأيام الكثير من التطورات الإيجابية بين البلدين.
Senior Presidential Envoy on Special Programs, Adut Salva-Kiir Mayardit, continues to assure her commitment to leading efforts aimed at empowering youth and women in the country. Adut made the commitment in a meeting with the visiting AU Special Envoy on Women, Peace and Security, Ambassador Liberata Mula in Juba on Tuesday. Discussions also explore progress and challenges in the implementation of the peace agreement.
We arrived here with the objective, first of all, to reaffirm the solidarity of the African Union with the women and the people of South Sudan, to be able to engage as the people of South Sudan undergo this political transition process, and as the country heads to the elections in December 2026, we thought this is a pivotal moment to undertake this solidarity mission, to be able to engage with the women, to engage with the government in ensuring meaningful women participation in the political process, in the peace process, but also to hear the progress made in the implementation of the revitalization.
Juba and Beijing have renewed efforts to deepen bilateral relations for the mutual benefit of the citizens in both nations. This follows a meeting between the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Mande Simaya Kumba, and the Chinese Ambassador Ma Qiang on strengthening bilateral relations across various fields. Minister Kumba reaffirmed the government commitment to deepening its ties with the People's Republic of China. Ambassador Ma commended the South Sudan's unwavering commitment to working closely with China, signaling mutual desire to bolster the partnership. The governor of Eastern Equatorial State, Louis Lobong Lojore, says calm has returned to Torit following the morning's armed incident. The governor directed the military to step up their role of defending the people and their property from the enemies of peace. The governor said the government and the people of Eastern Equatorial State remain committed to dialogue as the best means to settle disputes.
Today, the 18th November 2025. I would like to inform the public on the SPLM IO attacks in Torit towns and other areas of eastern Equatorial states. Today, at approximately 5 a.m., SPLA-IO forces launched an armed raid on Torit town, specifically targeting Torit Military Hospital. At the same time, a group of armed SPLA-IO elements advanced from Inyif, that is Gumbo, and opened fire on official vehicles of the Torit County Commission, resulting in the killing of a police captain who was serving as Deputy Inspector of Police, Torit County. These incidents follows an ambush on a passenger's vehicle traveling from Capoeira to Napotipot in Capoeira East yesterday on the 17th, 2025.
Let's go for a short break, and when we come back, we will look into a story on the Bureau of Standards. Stay tuned. Welcome back. If you have just joined us, you are watching SSBC's Afternoon News live from Juba. The World Bank delegation, in cooperation with the IOM, is assessing medical, educational and water facilities in Ruweng as part of the ongoing efforts to ascertain challenges affecting the delivery of essential services to the local communities in the region. SSBC's Jackson Lagu reports.
Administration of Ruweng administrative area is collaborating with the partners to guarantee basic service delivery in the region. A combined team from the World Bank, the International Organization for Migration, and the government inspects schools, water yards, and health facilities funded by the World Bank to save the public.
We hope that what this will do is, because the refugees have arrived in this community, the need is much higher, and the need for classrooms, for water is going to be higher than if the population had not increased and not doubled in some of these locations. So ECRP2 and the government decided to increase the investments here so that the people who come have access to all the services that they need.
In a related development, representatives from the World Bank and the International Organization for Migration consult with the administration of Ruweng administrative area on projects funded by the World Bank. In a public statement, the Minister of Youth, Sports and Information, James Manyuluak Mijak, deliberates the consultations.
We hope that in the near future, all these donors and the partners and the government of Ruweng administrative area will work hand in hand to ensure that all these social services delivery will be done as a team. And thank you, and wish you all the best back to Juba when you travel here to Yeda. Ruang administrative area is safe. Security-wise is normal.
The World Bank representative Lucas Losecha says it is especially important to see to it the implementation support mission of Enhancing Resilience Community Project Phase 2 in Ruang administrative area is fully functional.
On these visits, we travel to the project locations where we implement activities, in this case, investments in schools, water yards, and other infrastructure. And we come here to also do these joint visits with the government, but specifically we want to see how these investments are actually serving the communities. And the way the project is designed is that there's a strong co-ownership by the host communities and the refugees, given the large inflow of refugees into these areas. So we're pleased to see that both the water yards and the schools and other facilities, they are really serving the joint benefit of the host communities and the refugees.
Enhancing Resilient Community Projects is a scheme funded by the World Bank and implemented by IOM for strengthening management in supporting the inhabitants of Ruang administrative area. Jackson Lagu, SSBC News.
Crossing to Unity State's oil fields, where the government is stepping up efforts to address environmental challenges and the lack of essential facilities for communities residing in oil-producing areas. This follows an inspection visit to the oil fields by the Parliamentary Petroleum Committee led by Honorable Martin Mabil Kwang to assess conditions at the Unity oil fields. SSBC's Mayen Riam reports.
The Committee for Petroleum in the National Transitional Assembly, led by Honorable Martin Mabil Kwang, is currently assessing conditions at the Unity oil field in Unity State. During the visit, the committee held a meeting with GPOC staff on the ground and listened to concerns raised by the workers regarding operational challenges and workplace welfare.
We are here actually to find out whether the relationship between the companies and the government is good, and which they confirm that they are doing very well. The other things is we wanted to find out about the communities and the relocation of the communities and the floods, the impact on them. We have heard stories about how the communities are being moved from place and sometimes they return there. Regarding the security, also we had a very good briefing on the security of the situation, which is now calm and there are no much worries.
GPOC field-based manager Mathawa James Duck briefed the committee on the company's key challenges and reaffirmed GPOC's commitment to prioritizing safety, health and environmental protection.
We have discussed a lot of operational challenges, include issues that are affecting the oil operation. We have scheduled our program to be some of the oil facilities in the oil field, in which one of them is a barmentation system that was actually been inspected by them. They have seen the very challenge that is facing the oil operation. Secondly, we will be going to meet with the local authority as they have put it forward to also see some of the social and corporate responsibility program that are being implemented by GPOC.
The assessment visit is part of the broader initiative aimed at strengthening cooperation and working relation between the National Assembly and the country's oil companies, ensuring improved standard and accountability across the sector. Mayuriam Yok, SSBC News, Unity Oil Field.
Jonglei State commemorates the World Polio Day in the capital Bor on Monday under the theme Leave No Child Behind. Addressing the occasion, the expanded program on immunization manager, Matthew Machot, who is also the Director General at the Ministry of Health, says government remains committed to providing basic health service to the citizens. The World Health Organization expanded program on immunization manager, Dr. Jok Manyok, says nations are united under the global theme, End Polio, Every Child, Every Vaccine, Everywhere. Tier Fund Project Manager for Hotline, Dr. Akwat Bulabak, reaffirms commitment to continue working closely with the government to ensure health service delivery.
This polio is actually a virus that cripples children and also adults. The virus actually invades into nervous system and cause paralysis. Although we still have the circulation of vaccine drive, but actually South Sudan is in the stage of getting free of polio. And I believe soon when we interrupt the spread or circulation of this vaccine drive, wild polio, we will be able to be certified and be free from polio and join the rest of the world. Why we are commemorating today? This is to recognize efforts of millions of dedicated employees and volunteers.
This year, we unite under the global theme, End Polio, Every Child, Every Vaccine, Everywhere. However, the global objectives for 2025, as outlined by the Global Polio Eradication Initiative, includes 1. Finishing the job of eradication by implementing the 2022 to 2029 polio eradication strategy despite funding constraints. Maintain high immunization coverage to protect every child everywhere from polio and other vaccine preventable diseases. Mobilize resources and partnerships to overcome funding gaps and ensure eradication efforts are sustained.
All the participants here, all of us are working together for one goal, which is the eradication and the elimination of polio in South Sudan. The responsibility of the child's health is not only the mother and the father responsibility. And this starts from our community mobilizers, our BHWs, our state ministry of health, and Bor State Hospital. So whenever the mother delivers the child, it is all of us an effort collaboration to make sure this child is.
Great news for Zain customers as the company launches its new Sultan Deals package aimed at strengthening its competitive position in the telecom market. Dr. Pinjok has more on the story.
The initiative includes a variety of benefits such as improved SIMs activation commissions, innovative add-ons, the popular Adia Minute Sultan and Felix bundle tailored to meet the needs of point-of-sale agents, distributors, and freelance sales partners. According to the company official, these offers have been specifically developed to ensure that all commercial partners share in the broader commercial growth of Sudan-South Sudan. Zain Chief Commercial Officer Mohamed Mursi described the initiative as a direct response to the overwhelming customers' demand for better and upgraded service across the country.
A lineup of good news, good products and services, new ones, under the name of Sultan Deals, that is tailored and customized for the people of South Sudan in order to deliver to them unmatched value and the best value for their money to keep them connected anytime, anywhere, to any number in the country. Over the past months, we have done a great deal of listening. We've listened to our customers, we've listened to the people of South Sudan and what they want from their operator. And we heard them loud and clear.
Meanwhile, Daniel Lora, Director of Operation Zain Company, encourages customers to continue cooperating with the company as it works to address the existing challenges and extend service coverage.
We want to make sure that our customers have connected everywhere. We know that people have their loved ones across the country, across all the states, across all the regions and all the villages that are around. And we make sure that our plans for 2026 continues building on the expansion of the coverage that we are doing already. And that is why we will make sure that all cities and all towns will be connected, because in Zain, everything is possible. And technology makes it possible for us.
The company stresses that the introductions of the Sultan's deals align with Zain's long-term strategies to expand, upgrade, and stabilize network infrastructure nationwide. Dr. Pinjok, SSBC News.
That brings us to the end of our news for this afternoon. On behalf of the news desks, I'm Jacqueline Perino, wishing you all the best.